Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I'm doing another unboxing and I also want to talk about The who I don't know, in all the years I've been on YouTube, I probably have done, like top 10 songs, maybe one or two other videos, but I'll get into that after I do my unboxing and also show you another CD I just got in the mail yesterday. So this is from David Spinney, and oh, he lives in Ontario. Very cool. And he messaged me because, you know, in videos sometimes I'll say I'm not doing it so people send me the CDs, but you know, I'll just casually mention, oh, I don't have this album or whatever. And then somebody like David will message me and say, I have an extra copy, or he just wants to donate it to the cause. So this is the box it came in. I should seriously start writing down when people send me things in the mail, because I think it started probably when I moved into this apartment building, so probably for a good 10 years. People have been sending me things, and yeah, they send me CDs, books, vinyl records, money. Seriously. Oh, I could sure use $100,000 right now. See if anybody writes to me. Here we go. Whoa. So, yeah, I had mentioned I don't have any Simon & Garfunkel albums. I did in the past. I did have this box set a few years back of all of their albums. I think it was like 5, maybe 3 CDs. But anyway, the packaging for it was just horrible. And I got so mad, I sold it. Because every time you would open it, the CDs would fall everywhere. But here it is. Simon & Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think my favorite is, I don't know. This might be my favorite actually, because, you know, the boxer. Bridge Over Troubled Water, Cecilia, The Only Living Boy in New York, Baby Driver. Yeah, this might be my favorite. I was going to say Bookends, but... Ooh, he mentioned this too. Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. Yay! Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. What have I done with my life? I should have been a singer. Oh, that's cool. Charlie Pride. Yeah, in person, recorded live, Panther Hall, Fort Worth, Texas. I love Charlie Pride because my dad loved him. Yeah, he used to have his albums. Kiss an Angel Good Morning. Yeah, Crystal Chandeliers. Just Between You and Me. What a singer. Thank you. I'll listen to that tonight. And this I've never owned. I don't think, even my dad had quite a few Johnny Cash albums, Orange Blossom Special, the double album, Out West. This one I've heard it, but I've never owned it. And like I said, my dad never did either. Johnny Cash, Johnny friggin' Cash at Folsom Prison. Very cool. Oh, nice booklet too. So thank you very much, David. Yeah, very nice booklet. Okay. No letter. No, Larry, you are amazing. What a great guy. So yeah, thank you. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. A recent CD exchange with Glenn Kellaway from the Basement. He gave me a Dream Theater album, and it took a few listens, but I loved it so much that I bought their most recent one, which is excellent. And I just got in the mail yesterday the one that Glenn had given me, Metropolis, is that it? Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. I played this again last night. It is, people are saying it's their best album, and even though this new one is excellent, I don't think anything can match this. It is so good. So nice to have 2 Dream Theater CDs. So I might do another video. I don't want to make this video too long, but let's just say I've always loved The Who. I remember one of my older brothers having The Who live at Leeds, Tommy, the compilation Magic Bus. So, the late 60s, early 70s, I loved The Who, and, Who's Next, and so on. Quadrophenia, I didn't totally get into. So I'll just quickly go through the albums I have. I definitely need to get more. I've never had My Generation. I had a quick one, their second album. I think I might have even had it on CD at some point, but I don't anymore. And I'm not implying for you to send it to me. See what I mean? But let's try and get these in a little bit of order. This, like I said, The Who, I don't know, through the years I've had Who albums in my CD collection. There would be probably a year or two, maybe Who's Next I'd play. But other than that, they would just kind of gather dust, even though I really do love The Who. And so I'm kind of getting back into them and just appreciating them more than ever. And this is The Who, Sells Out. Just so good. And this is the deluxe version. Then of course there's The Who live at Leeds. This is the expanded version where they do Tommy. This has to be one of the best sounding live albums, like the original, of course, but the deluxe is the way to go because there's just probably 3 times more music. So I played this recently. Of course, Who's Next I've played hundreds of times. This is the remix one that came out a couple of years ago, which is excellent. And the demos, that's the other thing I want to say about The Who. They're like already fully formed. They could, you know, if he was making a solo album, it would be a great solo album. And the other thing I wanted to say is, every time I listen to The Who, Pete Townsend sings a lot. I know he does some songs solo, but even when Roger Daltrey is singing on a song, you know, Pete is doing some of the lines on the song too, like Baba O'Reilly. But I would say like 30, I don't know, at least 20% of the time it's Pete singing. And I love his vocals as much as Roger, so no complaints there. And then of course Tommy, probably the first Who album I ever heard, with the triple gatefold. This is the 1990, hard to read here, 1996 remaster. Sounds great. This, I've always loved this compilation, Odds and Sods. This is the expanded version. But like I said, I haven't played this in probably 2 years. And it's so good. So I'm going to start playing more of The Who. Quadrophenia is the one album I've always really liked it, but not as much as, you know, Who's Next or Tommy. But just recently playing this a couple more times, it might be my favorite now. You know, The Real Me, Quadrophenia, Love Reign O'er Me, of course, Dr. Jimmy. I love Bellboy with Keith Moon on the vocals. I hate this though. This is stuck to the, I already complained about it in another video. This is stuck right on the cover. So if I started to peel it off, it would just rip the cover. But anyway, this might be my favorite Who album. And finally, when this album came out, I thought it was the greatest album I'd ever heard, or one of the greatest. I just loved it so much. And then, of course, a couple weeks later, sadly, Keith Moon passes away. And I don't know if it's because of that, but I just kind of, and I never bought later Who albums with, you know, Kenny Jones on drums. It's not The Who without Keith Moon. And this might be one of the oldest CDs I have. And I was looking at, you know, hopefully getting a remastered version of this, but I'm reading up on it, and they're saying that the remastered version was remixed, and they kind of messed with the, you know, when doing the remix, they took out Pete's guitar on certain songs or whatever, or the bass here or there, and so, and people are saying this is the go-to, you know, sound quality-wise, so if you're a big Who fan, let me know if you think this is the best sounding Who CD. It sounds good to me. I think it's not the greatest production by Pete Townsend, and I'd even read that in the whatever, when they were mixing it, there were some issues or whatever. But still, this is a very underrated album. It really is. If you haven't played this, if you're a Who fan and you haven't played this in a while, check it out again. New song, I love that. Had Enough, 905 is so good. Sister Disco, Music Must Change, Trick of the Light, Guitar and Pen, love that. Love Is Coming Down, and of course, Who Are You? So, I am a Who fan. There, I finally admitted it. Yeah, when I would do, you know, top 10 bands or whatever, they wouldn't ever be on the list, and now I'm thinking, why aren't they on the list? Because, and Pete Townsend, he's definitely a musical genius. He really is. With, you know, just for the work he did with the Who, the original Who band with Keith Moon. So that is it. thank you for watching, and thank you again, David, for the CDs. I really do appreciate it.